All right, welcome back. So now it's time to make our own page responsive as well. So first thing we do is to define. Okay, it's loading. Oh, it could be annoyingly slow sometimes. Okay, I'm always having too many things. I'm running on my system. Okay, now so first I adjust how the page looks on a device whose screen width is 1200 pixel below. And how do we do that? You write at media, like we can have probably told us, and inside this bracket we write max width, set it to the width. Now I'm doing max width, so it means that any screen from 1200 pixel width below, apply these styles to them. So the first thing we want to adjust is toggle button. Remember that we added a toggle button initially, this icon. Let me show us what we have on the original. When you shrink to a smaller size, we're no longer meant to see this nav bar, these LIs. We're expected to see something else. So on a smaller screen size, hold on, kind of it's not responding fast for reasons I don't understand. All right, sorry for that delay. Okay, so here is it now. I click it, I open. So this div, remember we added this in the beginning and we set display to none. We made it invisible. So now is the time to make it visible, and that's what we're going to do. That's the first thing we're going to do. So let's open back to our own page. I'm going to set for that. I give it an ID of toggle button. Now I'm setting the display to block. I'm increasing the font size and I'm giving it a color of white. By default, what we downloaded from Font Awesome was color black. I'm giving it a margin top of minus 0.2 m. I want to shift it to the top a bit, and I'm giving it margin left of 0.5 m. I want a little more spacing, so I want it to shift a bit to the right, and then float property right. Save and let's see what we have for now. I refresh my page. Okay, and can you see we have it here? Obviously, now that this one is going to be here, we don't need most of these guys. So we're going to make the UL invisible. All right, the first thing I do is the adverts. These adverts we have, I give it a margin top of 3M. Presently, I think it's kind of too close, so I want a little more space. So I give the advert div margin top of 3M. I save, let's see, refresh the page. Okay, so we have the space now. Obviously, it's not looking good, so we still have so much work, so much code to write. All right, next now, I'm going to add, we're going to style the menu. Now, the menu, just in case you've forgotten, every of these things, we wrap them inside a div called menu. So I'm setting the display of the menu to none, just like we did for this toggle button in the beginning. Now, on the smaller screen, it's going to be invisible. So I save and let's refresh my page. Refresh page. Okay, can you see it's all gone? It's disappeared now. We just have this 1, 2, and 3, and that is similar to what we have on the. Okay, let's not bother. Okay, so for now, this is what we have. We have this redundant space here. We're not done. We're still going to adjust the header, the nav bar. So next, ID of font awesome, margin top -3. Let me remind you some. Okay, where is it? This is the button. That button, we gave it an ID of font awesome. So this is what we're talking about now. So I'm styling that button, margin top minus 3M. I'm shifting it to the top a bit. Then the WhatsApp logo as well, it's kind of small. So we're increasing the width to 20%. And I'm giving it a margin top as well of minus 4M. At least I want it to shift, they both to shift to the top a bit. Next, okay. Now the main content. Okay, before we go to the main content, so you don't get confused, let me save this and see the adjustment we have in the nav bar. I refresh my page now. All right, this is bigger. It's shifted to the top. This as well is more aligned, but we still have this space here. We still have this blank space here. So what we're going to do now is this main content, we're going to reduce the margin top to shift it above so you can align. So all right, so margin top minus 5 rem, minus 5 would shift it to the top. That's for the main element of the page. And after doing that, the product choice, the image, this product choice here, now this the section called product choice, this image, you can see that it's overlapping, it's shooting out. So we're going to reduce the width. We reduce the width to 96% and height to 90% of its parent div. Let me save that and see what we have for now. All right, it's looking good. Now, one thing you should understand about responsiveness is that we're adjusting this now. It does not mean it will be perfect on all screen sizes. The more you go to smaller screen sizes, the more they get messed up and scattered. So you just have to ensure you check for various screen sizes by shrinking down here to see how well it will look on other screen sizes. So for now, let's still put it back to 1200 pixel. All right, so if I just let this one, next, what do we do next? The H1, I'm adjusting the font size of the H1 to 3M. And this is the H1 in question. I'm adjusting it to 3M. Next, the paragraph as well below it, which is this old guy here. It's kind of, hanging in one corner. It's like there's a barrier. Yeah, that's because of the initial width we gave it from the beginning. So that width is holding it back. It can't extend beyond this. And that's why margin top, I'm removing the margin top and margin bottom and giving it a font size of 1M for now. Let's save, refresh the page and see what we've got. All right. Okay, still loading. Come on, come on. I had a little delay because of the network. Okay, now so let's continue. Next to that, we style the next section large to small and we give it a margin top of 5M. Let me show you the next section here. All right, this is it. The margin top is probably kind of much, so I'm going to reduce. I'm changing it to 5M, which I believe what was there initially should be more than that. So I'm changing it to 5M. Should be this here. I'm changing this paragraph size 3M as well. Let me save that and see what we have. Refresh the page. All right, so I think the paragraph actually got bigger, not smaller. All right, it's fitting now. Next, after that, what else should we adjust? The next section we have to adjust the divs with a class of support. We give each of them a padding top of 3M. Let me scroll down. Support. This is the divs. Each of them has a class of support. The top, the padding top, I'm changing it to 3Ms. I think what is here is probably much. So let me save and let's see what adjustments we'll be making to that first. All right, okay. It has closed up now. The space is not as much again. It's kind of reasonable now. Next, arrow 1 and arrow 2. If you remember these guys, I think I see this. Let me see. I can't remember. Let me check the HTML. the arrow 1 and arrow 2, we gave them to some particular. Okay, this is the font. Okay, the icon that we got from Font Awesome. We gave this one ID of arrow 2 and the second one an ID of arrow 1. So we are styling both of them. They I probably forgot that they are actually big even from the main page. But like I said, I'm going to actually adjust that when I'm done with the video. Although it's actually not bad, it was not looking bad, just that it's not as big as what WhatsApp had. But literally, it was not really bad being big actually. So I'm changing the font size for both of them to 1.5 m, and then let's save that for now and see what we've got. It should reduce now in size. All right, they are kind of compressed now. So the smaller download app gets started. The next thing we want to do is the next section, the drop down. Remember, there's this drop down image. We increase the margin right to 5 m. I save and refresh the page again. All right, this is the image in question. Before now, it was actually choked to the left, so I gave it a margin. Is it margin left? Yeah, it should be margin. Oh, margin right. All right, margin right of 5 m. So I guess it was probably colliding with this one, so I have to shift it backward a bit. Now, if I mean, you can actually shift it more than 5 m because I mean there's still a little space, so I probably can make your 6 m or 7 m margin right. All right, next, um, we have the collapse. Remember the collapse? These guys here. Now I'm changing the height to 120 VH. I save again. I'm saving and looking at them one after the other so that we can understand every step of the code. All right, I've increased the height now. It's kind of matching up with this div at least to some extent. Next, we had for the drop down, the H1 there. We have this H1 here. This Y choose WhatsApp. So I'm increasing the font size. Text align. Want to align it to the left. Width 70%. Margin bottom, no space below. Margin top, a little space above 0.5 m. So I'll save and then just notice what happens once I refresh. Okay, where are you? Okay, it got bigger and then I adjusted the width. The width now is 70%. 100% was flowing to the end, and we don't want it actually overflowing. So there's no way this is going to actually fit in here. So I made it 70%. Next. All right, that's the next is for the next div, the next section rather. So we've adjusted this section now on screen below 120, and I think it's fair right now. So next we are going to this guy. I mean, it's looking like it's actually not looking bad. Actually, this section is still not looking bad. So we'll continue from here in the next video.